a todos, ¿qué más pues? Bienvenidos
¿Cómo
a una...
así?
¿Qué pasó?
What?
¿Qué
Nos
pasó?
en inglés.
Ay, ¿verdad? Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome to our first video in English.
Okay, so today we have decided to make this video in English because many of you have asked us like, what's your English level? How do you guys learn English? If you have a really good English, or how's the process of learning English in Canada? So that's why we're here, like embarrassing ourselves. And we hope you guys like it. And for those who don't understand our English, or those who don't speak English at all, we recommend you to turn on the closed caption. You have the option here in YouTube. You can put it in either English or Spanish, but we recommend you to leave it in English or to turn it off, because that way you can challenge yourself.
As you can see, our English is not perfect. We have some accent, of course, because our mother tongue is Spanish. But please, if you see any mistake while we are talking, please leave it in the comments below. And that's it. So, empaque y vamos.
Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about our experience, of course, in English and in Canada in general. And we also want to answer, first of all, the question that many of you ask us about, can I go to Canada without knowing English? So yes, the answer could be yes. Of course you can, depending also on your immigration process. But personally, we do not recommend this. Why? Because the thing is that if you come without knowing English, or at least without any basics, then it's going to be harder for you. The experience of migration is going to get harder and harder, and you're going to have a really hard time, because as you know, Canada is not like the US where a lot of people speak Spanish now. Canada, it's a multicultural country, and we find a lot of accents, a lot of languages here, and Spanish is like a minority. So if you think, oh no, I can't survive there without English and without improving my English, or I can find friends in Spanish, yeah, of course you can, but it's going to be really hard, especially for those who plan to go to different provinces and more isolated provinces. So that's what we think, and that's why we always, in all our videos and Instagram, we recommend you guys to please like learn English and at least a little bit of it.
Yeah, guys, if you are coming to an English country, so the better thing that you can do is to practice your English and study back home. Because if not, you will have a lot of frustration here in the country, because you cannot socialize, you cannot meet people, you cannot get better jobs, because probably you will have to do something like just physically, you know, like in a warehouse or something like that. So yeah, we know that this is very difficult. You have to be patient. It's gonna be really hard. You have to do a lot of mental effort, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. And the best piece of advice that I can give you guys is just throw yourself to the English. It's the best thing. Sometimes I have here at my left a girl that is pretty demanding with the English. You cannot imagine how she is. But for a little mistake that I do, she's always correcting me. So sometimes it's annoying. I have to tell I have to tell you guys that it's pretty annoying.
But because of that, that's why you've been improving a lot.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I have this English now.
That at least, like right now, like I know we've been telling you this a lot in the in other videos or Instagram, but like really when he came, like he had like the basic language, like he knew the basic grammar, and he had like
I was B2.
yeah, but like we know that in reality that wasn't like a really B2.
Yeah, it was not B2.
So the thing is that when he came, like he couldn't understand anything, and I helped him a lot, and also like we will tell you after our experiences, but that's why like you've been learning a lot, because I'm super demanding. I'm like, no, don't say like this, say like this. And I think also your job
But she's
is,
like,
no, also
no.
no.
She's not like more, just say like this. No, she's like, but you are saying. So
It's not like that. It's
That's
not
pretty
like that.
annoying.
No, it's not like that. Yeah, but anyways, the best piece of advice that we can give you, both of us, is to throw yourself into the language, as he said, because like you can know a lot, you can have the best grammar, you can understand everything while you read, but when you don't talk and you don't force yourself to make mistakes and to like be in front of people talking in another language that you don't even know what you're saying, it's never going to work. Like, it's never going to be part of you.
Yeah, she's right. She told you a good point, guys, is that just talk, because what happened to me is that I have many grammar laws in my head, and when I speak, I have to think like many things. I have to organize the words, I have to put this here, this in adjective, this is the subject. I have to do many things in my head.
The freakiness.
The freakiness after the third person, that you have to put an S after the verb. I always forget it.
Okay, so after that introduction,
The biggest introductions
ever. For those who follow us on Instagram, you know that we left a questions box on one of the stories because we told you guys that we were going to make this video. So for those who doesn't follow us, go now and follow us on Instagram because you are gonna miss a lot of things that we show you guys there. So it's better if you go and follow us. Not really.
And if you are not a Spanish person,
yeah, that can happen.
that can happen, that you are probably from,
I don't know, anywhere in the world.
And you like our videos, we will continue pouring our videos with English subtitles. So if you want to learn about Canada or something,
or even about the Spanish culture.
Yeah, or you want to learn Spanish, this is your channel.
Yeah, you can subscribe as well on the red button right here. Just do it. Okay, so we're going to start right now answering those questions because there were a lot of questions that you guys had for us. But as we said on that story, we're going to only answer the questions that are in English. So we're going to begin, we're going to pick some of them, and that way we can practice more. We also want to make this video this way because it's going to be really good for our Latin community to learn and to practice English, to try to see if you guys understand what we're saying. This is like the way we talk in our jobs and here with our friends in English in Canada. So yeah, it's a good start and it's a good challenge for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to start searching up here. And I'm gonna pick the first one. So I think this one is the most common question that you guys ask. Okay, so the first question is from Aura Maria. She's asking us, hi, where do you learn English? Okay, so for those who doesn't know our story, you can go to this video and watch it. But basically I came here when I was a teenager. So for me it was easier to get used to the language again because like since I was a child, my dad and my mom, they always like introduced me to the language, always. Like they play movies for me in English, they sang songs for me in English, then I entered to different institutions to learn the language. And for me, like here in Canada, when I came as a teenager, of course, you have an advantage because the youngest you come to the country, the better for you. But the thing is that when I went back to Colombia, I hated English. Like I didn't want to know anything about the language and I stopped practicing. And I was like everyone there was like, talk in English, say something in English. And I was like, no, I hate it. I hate my accent. Like I didn't like it at all when I was a teenager. But then when we came back, of course, like I had to move on. And obviously it was easier for me to catch up the language again. So yeah, that's the way I learned.
In my case, it was kind of different. I would say totally different.
Yeah.
Because I studied in that kind of schools, like elementary schools, where they teach you, I don't know, just the verb to be always from first grade to 11th grade. you learn just the verb to be. So that was my approach with the English when I was a teenager. And something that helped me a lot was that I listened a lot of English music. I liked a lot singing English, and that helped me a lot, just a little bit with the phonetic. If someone doesn't know what phonetic is, it's like the way you pronounce the things. After that, Naji told me, why you don't try like
Learning the language.
learning the language. And I enrolled in an institute. It's called Camil. It's like Camilo, but
Without the O.
Without the O. It's CAMIL. It's an English school in Medellin. I really liked it, and it was like a very fast learning process, right?
Yeah.
It was like in 1 year, I knew many things because we used to practice many words in just 1 week. I don't know, 100 of words in just 1 week, and the best thing is that you put it in practice in the same week, and you never forget that kind of words. I really recommend you guys this institute if you like. They are not paying us, but I have to tell the truth. It was a really good institute. And yeah, that was my story. And then I came to Canada, and
You improved a lot.
I improved a lot. Okay, so Melik Hara is asking, what was the most frustrating moment speaking in English? I don't know, it's not a moment. I think that is something that probably will happen to you guys, is when someone is trying to verbal attacking you and you don't have like the answer, or you don't know how to defend yourself. That's pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
Because
Like even if they're not attacking you, like even if you want to fight or
Yeah,
like
or
you
argue
know,
with someone,
argue with
right?
someone, yeah.
And that's pretty frustrating. I will tell you something, guys. The worst enemy in the world ever for a Latin person talking in English is another Latin person who doesn't speak English. Why are you saying like this? Blah blah blah.
You have an accent.
You have an accent.
Yeah.
Why are you talking like?
You want success in Canada with that language, with that level, blah 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 blah. Like
Yeah.
don't listen to them.
Don't listen the Latin person, the toxic Latin person that you come across everywhere, even
Yeah.
here in Canada.
And don't be that Latin person,
I
please.
don't do that. Yeah, but the most frustrating thing for me is when I have to argue with someone.
Yeah.
Now I can insult.
No, but
Without
it's not
any
only
problem.
it's not only like insulting or like fighting with someone. It's just like when you're claiming, like let's say you don't agree at a hospital with something that's happening and you don't find the words to like defend yourself or to like make the other person understand what you're trying to say. It's really frustrating. Okay, I want to really answer this one. Danny Regar. I was like Danny Regar.
Danny Regar.
Regar. No, Danny Regar. He or she is asking us, what words do you think are difficult to pronounce because of our accent? So for me, like it was harder. Like I will tell you guys why. So when I came, okay, I knew like English and I could talk, but like I told you, I didn't have the perfect or the best English because I stopped practicing it. So for me, the worst words to pronounce are the words related to legal terms. So you guys know that I came here and I began like working in a law firm. So the terms that they use, the way they talk, it's so weird and difficult. And I was like, what? Like I didn't understand anything. And they were like talking to me, the clients, and I was like, oh my God. So for me, I find very difficult to pronounce the words like I can't even say it right now, like urea formaldehyde. I don't know, that's a substance that is in the houses and I have to say it every day. Or maybe like notarization, I still don't know if that's right, and a lot more, but like right now I cannot think about it.
For me, it's not like a word. It's more like the linking of some words. And I didn't know, for example, that, I don't know, ask her or ask him you have to omit the H that is in between. So you say like, ask her, ask him.
And the same thing with them. It's not like they say them, it's like M.
Yeah.
Like ask him, call him. And so they're saying call them, but it's like call him or call him. No, it's not call him, it's call him.
Yeah, sometimes you do your life harder trying to
Yeah.
link some words that it doesn't like, I don't know.
Like, it's not like fluent for you.
Yeah, it's not fluent. And then you realize that they have a way to link it. Okay, this question is Kamimar25. Kamimar.
Tell me more.
How often do you come to Colombia? Actually, since we came here to Canada, we haven't gone back to Colombia, but hopefully we do it,
yeah.
I don't know, this year
Or next
year.
year, yeah.
Because at the beginning we didn't have money to travel, neither in this moment.
But at least like the thing with right now, it's the pandemic, right?
Yeah,
So-
right now is the pandemic. Yeah, we can like get the money
And save.
and save money and go, but at this moment it's really impossible for the closed borders and everything.
Okay, so Daniela Amarink is asking us, I've heard the Canadian accent is similar to British, so it was difficult to understand it. I wouldn't say that it's like really similar to British accent. For me, it's more like an American accent, and like for me, British accent is really, really hard to understand, as well as the Australian accent. Like I can't. Like we are now used to the Canadian and American accent, so for us it's hard. But Canadian accent, they have a lot of things from British, like from England, but it's not that related to the pronunciation.
Yeah, it's not related to the way you talk. It's more related to the way you spell it or
Yeah.
you write it. For instance, if you have the word color, you spell it in a different way. For example, you have to put an U when you are in Canada, and you take out that U when you are in USA.
Yeah,
It's just that kind of things.
and like a lot of things like that in a lot of words happen, but basically it's more similar to the American accent. So for us, like for me, it wasn't that hard to understand it.
No.
No. And actually, this next question from Elkin Rodriguez, it's really, really linked to the other one. It is difficult to understand a native when they are talking to you. For us, no. It's the opposite.
It's the opposite. When a native person talk to you, you can understand almost everything.
Of course, it's hard. Of course, if
it's
you don't
hard,
know
yeah.
English, it's going to be hard, right? But yeah, it's not like it's better to talk to a native person than to a person who doesn't know English or who has a strong accent that you don't know.
There are some strong accents
So many
here in
cultures,
Canada
yeah.
because as you know, Canada is a multicultural. Multicultural. You know how she is.
You see her.
You see her? As you know, Canada is a multicultural place, a multicultural country, and you will find a lot of accents. Okay, this question is from Sebastian Rodriguez. Avila
Again.
Rodriguez.
Oh, okay, it's a different person. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Which one, Mississauga or Ottawa?
We are not going to answer this question.
We are not gonna answer that question because there is a video coming and we will talk about these two places. Not Mississauga specifically, but the GTA in general, like Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, blah, 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 many cities, versus Ottawa. Okay guys, we don't want to make this video longer, so we are gonna answer the last question. It was done by the doctor.
Doctor.
You see the kind of people who follow us? Dr. Wagner Romero. What is the best way for learning English in a Latin setting? What would you say, my
No.
friend?
Okay, so the best advice, like we said, it's like enroll in a course Also there's a lot of material out there. Like, it's not back in time where we didn't have access to anything. Right now, internet like give us a lot of options.
And for free.
And for free, yeah. And if you guys want, we can actually make a video about this topic.
Yeah, we know some places that they certify you guys in English.
But it's free.
It's free. Some of them are universities.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know in the comments below if you want this kind of video.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure to do it.
But I will say that the best way to learn English is like you have to understand first that the language have to become part of you. So if you are thinking in Spanish and then translating and then talking and then you're struggling like talking, then obviously it's never going to like come to you. So the first thing to do is like to live in the language. For me, it was really helpful to set everything in English. Let's say our computers, our cell phones, our Facebook, our social media, our watch, everything that you have, like that you can possibly do, just set it in English. That way you're going to start recognizing every word that you see, and that way you can like appropriate more in the language. And I know it's hard in Colombia or in our Latin countries because like we study the language here in a course and then we go out and everything is in Spanish, of course. Like it's not that fast as in here in Canada. But at least if you change a lot of things in your environment and you watch movies and you watch series and you read a lot, like it's the best thing to do. Read a lot in English. It's going to be really, really good for you, and I'm sure you're going to improve a lot in a short time.
Yeah, and try to talk. There are some places in the internet that you can contact a native person who probably wants to learn Spanish, and you can teach them Spanish and they will teach you English.
And it's free also.
And it's free because you are sharing knowledge. And I believe that in most of the countries, they will have like, I don't know, libraries or something like that, that they have like a community English club that you can join and you can practice. So that's our best advice, I guess. Okay guys, there were a lot of questions. We cannot answer all of them. We will answer them in Instagram. Maybe. Probably we're gonna do some stories answering the questions. And please leave your comments below. If you find a mistake, we can learn together. Please like this video, click the red button that you have at the bottom, and we'll see you in the next video. Yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that you guys learn a lot and practice a little bit. It was like really nice for us also making this video. It was fun. Yeah, and if you like, we can do more because we are here practicing. So yeah, it's good. It's good for us. Yeah, but it was really fun. I thought it was going to be like really embarrassing or frustrating and that we were going to like make a lot of mistakes. 4 hours recording. Yeah, but it was decent, I would say, yeah. So yeah, we really enjoy being here with you guys and we hope you do too. So yeah, like he said, like this video, subscribe, activate the bell. I don't know how do you say that in English. I always say it in Spanish. Okay, the little bell. Yeah, just do what you have to do. Follow us on Instagram. We also have a blog. You can go there and read our posts. So yeah, see you next week, and we really, really hope that you guys like this video. Okay, guys, see you next time. Bye. Bye.